Chosen ones who are marked for greatness often face tough challenges before they reach their achievements. This isn't just a coincidence, it's a fundamental part of their journey towards success. It's important for us to grasp and accept this fact as a natural progression in their quest for achievement. Those often deemed as chosen ones emit a unique glow because of their genuine nature, kindness, and deep spiritual ties. While their presence is compelling and attractive, it sometimes provokes negative responses from those around them. This negativity is typically rooted in the personal struggles and insecurities of others. When individuals are dealing with their own personal issues, being around someone who displays qualities they lack or desire can be difficult. The strong spiritual aura of a chosen one can amplify feelings of discomfort in others as it highlights their inner conflicts or deficiencies. People who have not tapped into their spiritual potential or who are wrestling with their own issues may find it uncomfortable to be near someone with a pronounced spiritual presence. It can make them feel exposed or inadequate, prompting them to react defensively. However, these are just initial reasons. The deeper causes of their discomfort or disdain will be discussed as we delve further into this topic. The negativity or unease directed at spiritually enriched individuals is not merely due to jealousy or personal shortcomings. It also signifies a significant disconnect from their own latent potential. Facing someone who seamlessly represents what they yearn to achieve but haven't can trigger intense self-doubt and frustration. The path these enlightened individuals walk often acts as a reflective surface for those around them, showing not only what is achievable, but also what is missing in their own lives. This reflection can be a harsh reality for many, but it also represents an opportunity for personal growth and self-improvement. The discomfort they experience can serve as a motivator for change, should they decide to face and work through their own inner conflicts instead of responding with hostility. People who blaze their own trails often feel misunderstood. This is particularly true for visionaries and those who follow unconventional paths, as their ideas and actions don't always align with mainstream expectations. Their unique approaches can be difficult for others to understand, sometimes leading to exclusion or unfair treatment just because they're different. This misunderstanding often comes from a lack of knowledge about the person's real intentions. Most people prefer sticking to what they know and might feel threatened by ideas or actions that deviate from the norm. Confronted with something new, the common response might be to reject or ridicule what they cannot comprehend, even though it could offer a new perspective. These negative reactions tend to originate from a narrow-minded view. People who rigidly stick to societal norms may find the lifestyles and choices of these innovators confusing or alarming. Choices that are driven by a deep and meaningful purpose might seem strange or unrealistic to those who live by conventional standards. This disparity in understanding can cause many misunderstandings. Those who follow their own paths might face criticism or isolation because their choices don't conform to societal expectations. Their very existence can also mirror the internal struggles or insecurities of those around them, causing discomfort and resistance. Individuals with unique insights and missions often discover that their journey involves more than just achieving their own goals. It's also about enlightening others along the way. How they manage life's challenges can inspire some and disturb others who are not ready to challenge their own ways. The path less taken is often fraught with both external and internal challenges. These trailblazers might sometimes question their own choices under societal pressure and the burden of being misunderstood. Yet their perseverance to remain true to their beliefs gradually turns these obstacles into opportunities, earning a deeper level of understanding and respect from a broader audience. These exceptional individuals often drive change within their environments, pushing others to broaden their views and embrace new ideas. Their dedication to their visions can slowly change initial skepticism into respect and even admiration, showing that sticking to one's path, despite the challenges, can eventually foster widespread acceptance and recognition. The very existence of a chosen one can shine a bright light on the insecurities and inner conflicts of others, acting as a mirror for those who might feel inadequate or torn. These individuals are deeply committed to their principles, always working to ensure their actions reflect their core beliefs and striving for both personal and spiritual growth. This deep commitment can be overwhelming for those who have not yet begun their own paths of self-improvement. Seeing someone live so authentically, according to their values, can trigger feelings of inadequacy or even a sense of failure in others. Such feelings can lead to negative behaviors, including acts of hostility or resentment towards the chosen one. When chosen ones are around, they often unintentionally cause others to reflect on themselves, stirring emotional upheaval. People who are not ready to face their own shortcomings may defensively react to those who represent the authenticity they avoid. This defensive stance is typically a way to block out uncomfortable truths about themselves. Although chosen ones never aim to upset others, their genuine way of living forces people to examine their lives, which can lead to challenging situations. It's common for others to project their fears and doubts onto the chosen one, blaming them for the discomfort they feel instead of taking responsibility for their own personal growth. Chosen ones face the dual challenge of meeting their own high standards and the lofty expectations placed on them by others. Driven by a deep sense of purpose, they are often viewed as capable of extraordinary achievements, which elevates them in the eyes of their peers and can lead to unrealistic expectations. The path they walk is often solitary, chosen not for popularity, but for its alignment with a higher purpose. This can make their journey particularly difficult as they balance personal authenticity with the pressures imposed by those who admire them but may not fully understand the burdens they carry. The influence of a chosen one can lead others to confront their personal growth journeys, even if those paths are initially uncomfortable. By setting an example of strength and resilience, chosen ones motivate others to start their own journeys towards self-improvement, facing and overcoming initial resistance or discomfort. The narrative of a chosen one is as much about overcoming external obstacles as it is about internal growth. Every step they take is a demonstration of their dedication to personal development and the quiet strength required to persist through emotional and psychological challenges. Their stories not only inspire, but also provide valuable insights into the complex dynamics of personal transformation and the resilience needed to uphold one's integrity amidst adversity. In today's high expectation society, individuals labeled as chosen ones often bear immense burdens. Facing high demands, they are frequently overwhelmed. When they stumble, rather than finding support, they are met with severe criticism. The general public may not understand the pressures they endure, quick to highlight any mistake. Under such stringent standards, any error is sharply criticized, leaving little room for human error. Such relentless pressure places them under constant scrutiny. Every action they take and decision they make is meticulously examined, making them feel as if they are always being watched. This lack of privacy and the perpetual demand to maintain perfection can be mentally and emotionally draining. Furthermore, these individuals often find themselves at odds with conventional ideologies due to their unique beliefs and values. This divergence can lead to misunderstandings and biased treatment. Advocating for unconventional ideas can irritate those who cling to traditional views. Their unique perspectives, often derived from deep spiritual or philosophical beliefs, tend to challenge societal norms, unsettling many. In a culture that values material success, external approval and conformity, chosen ones seek personal growth, spiritual depth and authenticity. These profound differences can create a significant divide. Meeting someone whose life's priorities dramatically differ from the mainstream can trigger skepticism or even hostility. Such individuals are often viewed as challengers to the established order. Being misunderstood is a common struggle for those who do not conform to societal norms. Their distinct actions and motives can be hard for others to support or even understand. This isolation is worsened by the general tendency to fear or reject the unfamiliar, leading to further alienation and mistreatment. It's important to acknowledge that chosen ones often carry a burden greater than personal goals. Their mission, albeit misunderstood, is aimed at driving change and having a meaningful impact. This often means a solitary path filled with hurdles and limited companionship. Their commitment to their cause requires sacrifices that are frequently overlooked. The solitude and these sacrifices, though challenging, are also avenues for significant personal growth and self-discovery. As they continue to challenge the norms and push societal boundaries, their journey exemplifies the bravery needed to stay true to one's principles amidst widespread misunderstanding. Through their struggles and successes, chosen ones not only carve their own paths, but also illuminate routes for future generations. Their stories, marked by both challenges and achievements, illustrate the resilience of the human spirit and the transformative power of adhering to one's beliefs despite facing opposition. People often struggle to understand those who differ from the societal norm, clinging to what's familiar and shunning the unconventional. This fear of the unknown can lead to the mistreatment of individuals perceived as different or special. When someone introduces innovative ideas or displays behaviors that diverge from what's typical, the initial reaction can be negative, with dismissals or ridicule commonly directed towards things that are not immediately understood. This behavior is usually rooted in a narrow worldview, limited to personal experiences and common societal standards. Individuals who are dubbed chosen ones because of their unique approaches to life can seem perplexing to those who strictly adhere to societal expectations. Their life choices, driven by a profound sense of purpose, might seem odd or senseless to the casual observer. The gap between what these unique individuals intend and how others perceive them is often filled with misunderstandings and misjudgments. As a result, chosen ones may face undue criticism or even social exclusion simply because their journeys take a different route than most. Often, this ignorance isn't intended to harm. It comes from a simple lack of familiarity with alternative viewpoints or lifestyles. Without previous exposure to such distinctive paths, it's challenging for people to understand or empathize with them. Their reactions, whether out of dismissal or hostility, typically serve as a defense mechanism to protect themselves from what they cannot comprehend. The extraordinary capabilities or accomplishments of these individuals can sometimes provoke envy and jealousy among their peers. Observing someone who exhibits remarkable talents or achievements can awaken feelings of inadequacy or resentment in others. This envy often stems from unfavorable comparisons with one's own abilities or achievements. Witnessing someone succeed in areas where they have felt unsuccessful can intensify feelings of inferiority and frustration. This emotional distress can lead to jealousy, prompting negative behaviors towards those who are envied. It also becomes crucial to foster a culture that values diversity in thought and experience. Educational systems and social platforms should encourage openness and curiosity rather than conformity. By promoting an understanding that different doesn't mean threatening, societies can reduce the prevalence of misunderstandings and conflicts arising from fear of the unknown. Individuals on their unique paths should also be encouraged to share their perspectives and stories. This visibility can demystify their intentions and lifestyles, bridging the gap between misunderstanding and acceptance. As more people become familiar with diverse ways of thinking and living, the fabric of society becomes richer, more inclusive, and resilient against baseless fears and prejudices. It's imperative to address the emotional responses like envy and jealousy not as taboos, but as natural reactions that can be managed constructively. By teaching emotional intelligence and self-awareness from an early age, people can learn to deal with these feelings in healthy ways, promoting a more supportive and less divisive community. This approach not only aids in personal growth, but also strengthens communal ties by fostering an environment where differences are celebrated rather than criticized. People with special skills or unique ideas often stand out, and sadly, can draw envy from others. Those who are jealous may try things like sabotaging, spreading false stories, or excluding these talented individuals to damage their reputations and belittle their achievements. This negative behavior usually comes from a wish to level the playing field, to bring exceptional individuals down to a point where others feel more comfortable and less inadequate. Just having someone with outstanding talents around can trigger competition among peers, leading some to challenge them, even without any direct conflict. This rivalry can ruin friendships and create a tense environment. Those who feel overshadowed by another's abilities might try to outperform or undermine them, only adding to a toxic atmosphere filled with conflict and negativity. Traveling a path less followed can be tough, especially when it's done solo, which is often the case for those with unique perspectives or goals. Without support from peers or the community, their journey is not just lonely, but also riddled with challenges. Since their ideas and aims are different, it's hard to find allies who really get or support what they're trying to do. Their innovative visions are frequently overlooked or dismissed as unrealistic by others. This lack of recognition can lead to a lack of interest or even outright opposition, leaving these visionaries to fend for themselves without much support. However, as they continue on their solitary paths, these individuals might discover that embracing their uniqueness can actually be empowering. Appreciating their own distinct journey can motivate them to keep moving forward with more resolve. Eventually, they might meet others who share their innovative spirit or form a community that appreciates originality. This new support network can offer the encouragement and recognition they previously missed, turning their lonely quest into a shared and rewarding experience. Their stories are a strong testament to the resilience needed to remain committed to one's unique vision despite difficulties. It underscores the importance of creating a supportive environment that values differences and the transformative effect of staying true to oneself. These narratives inspire us to appreciate the power of individuality and the benefits of fostering an inclusive community that champions diversity and innovation. When chosen ones lack encouragement and validation, their path can feel lonely and daunting. This sense of isolation deepens when their unique values and beliefs don't align with the mainstream, making it difficult to connect with others who understand and support their vision. Without a network of support, these individuals must depend on their own inner strength and resilience to progress. This isolation can take a significant emotional toll, leading to feelings of loneliness and frustration that can be hard to shake off. Experiencing hostility, particularly from close friends or family, is deeply painful for chosen ones. This animosity often arises from misunderstandings, envy, or fear of the unfamiliar. When loved ones turn against them, it feels like a profound betrayal, intensifying the emotional strain and complicating their journey. The root of this hostility is intricate. Friends and family may feel threatened by the chosen one's path, viewing it as a departure from their own values and lifestyles. They might find it hard to grasp the chosen one's aspirations, and feeling excluded or eclipsed, they react negatively. This negative response is usually more reflective of their insecurities and fears than of the chosen one. Employing empathy is vital for chosen ones facing such hostility. Understanding that the animosity they encounter often stems from others' pain or misunderstanding can lessen the emotional burden. By realizing that their loved ones are projecting their own issues, chosen ones can handle these situations with compassion instead of anger or resentment, fostering a more positive environment for themselves and those around them. Also, chosen ones often face the challenge of staying true to their convictions without the affirmation from their community. This can make their achievements feel less recognized and their struggles more intense. However, it is essential for them to cultivate a sense of self-worth, independent of external validation. The path of a chosen one is not just about overcoming external challenges, but also about personal growth and self-discovery. Each obstacle offers a unique opportunity to develop a deeper understanding of oneself and to refine one's purpose. Embracing these challenges as part of the journey can transform what initially appears as a series of setbacks into stepping stones towards greater personal achievement. Lastly, chosen ones should remember the power of sharing their stories. By communicating their experiences, they not only clear a path for others who might feel similarly isolated, but also build a bridge back to those who may have initially misunderstood their journey. Engaging openly with the world not only heals old wounds, but also forges new alliances, reinforcing the very essence of their mission. If you've stayed with me this far, thank you for your attention. If you found this content engaging and would like more, please consider subscribing. Your support means a lot. Feel free to share your experiences or thoughts in the comments section below. Until next time, take care and don't forget to subscribe for more insightful content.